What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
I still remember the day I walked into the Parga Beach Resort, my heart full of hope and excitement. I had heard so much about this supposed paradise and couldn't wait to experience it for myself. But little did I know, I was about to embark on a journey of disappointment and frustration. As I made my way to the beach, I was greeted by the sound of screaming children and the smell of lukewarm coffee wafting from the nearby cafe. I shrugged it off, thinking it was just a minor inconvenience. Oh, how wrong I was. The beach itself was a catastrophe. The sunbeds were worn and faded, and the umbrellas looked like they had seen better days. I paid €38 for a set of sunbeds and 2 coffee drinks, but what I got was a miserable excuse for a beach experience. It was like they were trying to rip me off, and the lack of a receipt just added insult to injury. But I was determined to make the most of my stay, so I decided to try the food. Oh boy, was that a mistake. The breakfast was inedible, a sorry excuse for a meal that looked like it had been sloppily thrown together. The eggs were cold, the bread was stale, and the fruit was wilted. It was like they were serving leftovers from the previous day. I felt like I was eating at a bad school cafeteria, not a supposedly 5-star resort. And then there was the service. Dear Lord, the service. It was like they had hired a bunch of apathetic teenagers who would rather be anywhere else. They took forever to attend to my requests, and when they did, it was with a half-hearted smile and a tone that said, "I'm only doing this because I have to." It was like they were doing me a favor by bothering to show up to work. But the real kicker was the room. It was like they had taken all the worst parts of a bad motel and mashed them together into a messy, uncomfortable space. The bed was like sleeping on a wooden bench, and the air conditioner didn't work. They fixed it by setting the temperature to 26 degrees Celsius, but that just made the room feel like a sauna. And don't even get me started on the insects. It was like they had invited all the creepy crawlies from the nearby woods to join me for a slumber party. And then, there was the beach. Again. Because it's just that bad. The yachts that anchored offshore were dumping their sewage into the water, and I saw it with my own eyes. I reported it to the hotel staff, but they did nothing. Zilch. Zippo. I had to take matters into my own hands and contact the Coast Guard and Parga Port Authority myself. It was like they didn't care about their own guests, let alone the environment. As I checked out, not a single person bothered to ask how my stay was. It was like they didn't care about my experience, like I was just another cog in their machine. I felt like I was invisible, like my feelings and needs didn't matter. As I left the Parga Beach Resort, I couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness and disappointment. It was like I had lost something precious, something that I could never get back. I felt like I had been scammed, like they had taken advantage of my trust and my money. And for what? So they could line their pockets with gold while I suffered through a subpar vacation? I'm still trying to process it all, to be honest. It's like my brain can't wrap around the fact that a place that's supposed to be a haven, a relaxation paradise, could be so bad. It's like they took all the worst parts of humanity and mashed them together into a big ball of disappointment. What do you think, guys? Have you ever had a similar experience? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and Parga Beach Resort, if you're listening, take a long, hard look at yourself and ask, is this really the kind of service we want to provide? Because, honestly, it's just not good enough. In Parga Beach Resort area, a business landscape analysis. The businesses surrounding Parga Beach Resort. They are a disappointment. A collective sigh escapes me as I review the data. It isn't merely isolated incidents, it's a pervasive atmosphere of unmet expectations, inflated prices, and, frankly, a casual disregard for the customer experience. It feels heavy. Like wading through something unpleasant. These establishments aren't simply having a bad day. This is them. This is what you will find. This is the reality, masked by picturesque views and the allure of a Greek holiday. Let's begin. Small kiosks, those convenient hubs for quick refreshments, appear to be staffed by individuals who view tourists as obstacles, an inconvenience to their day. The experience, it seems, is not one of pleasant service but rather a brusque transaction, punctuated by impatience and, in some reported cases, outright rudeness. The city kiosk, for example, brought to light reports of money being thrown at customers. Thrown. It's not just a lack of politeness, it's a display of contempt. A quiet fury simmers within me at such a blatant disregard for basic human decency. It suggests a deeper issue, a belief that because you're a visitor, your respect is optional. One reviewer used the Greek word agenes, rude. A single word encapsulating the entire experience. It resonates, doesn't it? A cold, echoing emptiness. Wellness centers, those havens of supposed relaxation, are equally problematic. Blossom Wellness Center by Parga Beach Resort, specifically, seems to specialize in delivering subpar manicures. Uneven filing, messy polish, a rushed service. A complete failure to deliver on the promise of pampering. It's an insult to the very concept of wellness. One imagines chipped nail polish and a feeling of having been cheated. They claim to offer rejuvenation, but they deliver frustration. The review speaks of disappointment, a small word for a significantly damaged sense of self-care. I feel a dull ache of sympathy for those seeking a little escape, only to find themselves further stressed. Then there's the dining scene. Oh, the dining scene. Med Parga, in particular, presents a comprehensive catalog of grievances. Slow service, high prices. A familiar refrain, isn't it? But it goes deeper. The food is described as unusual, lacking the simple, authentic flavors of Greek cuisine. There's no Greek salad on the menu. A Greek restaurant without a Greek salad. The audacity. And the prices. Exorbitant. A bill of €200 for 4 people, for food that is, by all accounts, mediocre. It feels like a calculated extraction of funds from unsuspecting tourists. One reviewer describes it as an attempted fancy food without understanding the fundamental principles of flavor. Its culinary pretension masking a lack of skill. I envision the kitchen, filled with misguided ambition and a profound misunderstanding of the Greek palate. More disturbing are the reports of racist comments made by staff. Racist comments. In the 21st century. It's not just poor service, it's a moral failing. A chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath a veneer of hospitality. What other unseen biases are at play? It leaves a very bad taste. The Five Senses restaurant shares a similar pattern. Inconsistent opening hours, underwhelming food, and a general sense of apathy. One reviewer described a pork belly so overcooked it was black and the driest thing I've ever been served. Black. That image. It haunts me. The waitress, to her credit, removed the item from the bill, but the damage was done. The experience tainted. A restaurant should nourish the body and the soul. This one merely induces regret. A common theme amongst these places seems to be a sense of trying too hard, attempting to emulate a sophistication they haven't earned. And then there's Club Barrage. A nexus of trouble, apparently. Overpriced drinks, discriminatory pricing for locals and tourists, and, most alarmingly, reports of robbery and assault. Robbery and assault. Security turning a blind eye to violence because the perpetrators are local. It's a betrayal of trust, a complete abandonment of responsibility. One reviewer recounts a frightening incident where friends were robbed, and the bouncer only intervened after being threatened with police involvement. It's not a nightclub, it's a potential crime scene. The reviews detail being drugged, and insulted. The thought sends shivers down my spine. A place meant for enjoyment transformed into a source of fear. A blatant display of exploitation. It's a predatory environment, and you should avoid it at all costs. The reports of water being sold, businesses near Parga Beach Resort. You know, like, they can be tricky. Not all, but some, you know? Like, they see tourists and think, oh, easy money. Like, take the bars by Valtos Beach. They'll give you a menu with tiny writing at the bottom, and then, boom. Your 4 cocktails and some nuts cost €98. And when you complain, they just point at the small print. Like, really? You think tourists are gonna squint at that? I bet those British tourists just paid and left, feeling stupid. And the bar? Probably still doing it, because who stops them? Then there's the souvenir shops. Oh my god. One Italian family paid €45 for 2 magnets. 45. The shop owner just said, that's tourist price. Like, how shameless is that? The family probably laughed it off later, but still, why? Why be like that? The shop didn't even get fined, because technically the prices were there. Ugh. Jewelry stores? Even worse. 50% off. But it's not real. You go in, and suddenly the discount price is still crazy high. And the sellers? So pushy. They make you feel bad for saying no. I bet some tourists just bought stuff to escape. And the stores? Still there, still fooling people. Restaurants. Oh, restaurants. They add things to your bill, bread you didn't eat, water you didn't order. Like, €20 extra, just like that. If you notice, they'll act all sorry and fix it. But if you don't, easy money for them. And the bars again. Some make you order 2 drinks just to sit down. Like, what? Who made that rule? Probably the same guy who thought €98 for nuts was fair. It's just sad. Parga Beach Resort is so beautiful, but some people here, they ruin it. And nothing changes. And